Hey y'all, Mona in Transitions here, and I am here with another pick a card read. Now, today we are talking about your magic, your magical practice, and your mediumship, and how that affects the world around you. So, one of the things that I've taught people is like how to do things like land healing or, spells that can affect their community in healthy ways and protect their communities in healthy ways. So this is just like, are you doing that? Are you on your world mission versus just manifesting the life you want in the 3D? So we've got 6 choices here. The first choice is the heart-shaped vial. Second choice, Scarab Sanctuary necklace. Third choice is the cock ring. Fourth choice is the indigenous belt buckle. Fifth choice, Jasper stone. And for number 6, we've got the river stone. So go ahead and pick whichever pile you're drawn to or item that you're drawn to, and I will see you at your pile. Peace. Hey, pile 1. Let's talk about your magic. So, I've got notes in my list. Where's my list? Buy a guitar. Okay. So, what came up in your pre-shuffle before we start is actually, let's get started. The first part of this is the kind of sorcerer you are, the kind of medium or practitioner that you are. What came up is you need clean rice. Someone is doing like, I saw like a line of rice with the line in the middle, some sort of like protection spell with rice. You're gonna need to do it with clean rice. Um, I saw someone that was like walking through a like city community that was like hilliness, had a lot of hills to it, like homes on hills. It was like a city, and they were walking through it at night, and you were looking at the street lights. And you know what song came to mind? Street life doesn't all enough, I know. Street life, da da street life. Okay, so you might like that song, or that might be something that is part of your experience, but your community looks over your city's like bridge, and it's like a lit bridge, big swooshy bridge, maybe like a Seattle kind of thing, but your township looks over the capital or the main city's bridge, and you were looking at it, or somebody was looking at it. So let's get into it. Let's see. That was just so you know it's you. This pile is for you. So here is how you are as a practitioner. Get the Cavalier of of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. The World card. Eight of Swords. The Hierophant. There's just so much to pull. I might not read them all out. The King of Cups. Three of Cups, or Three of Pentacles. Family of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So you're good at bringing people together through your communication. A lot of what you do is like teaching others how to come together, how to work together. You help people with low self esteem have a healthier viewpoint of the world and really change their belief systems so that they can learn to work with others, um, be confident in themselves so that again they can work with others. You build teams. Maybe you even do this with music. You build teams. You help people create healthier belief systems that help them with their mental health, Um, and you do it like realistically. You're not like this isn't you're like this is going to take time and you got to put time and effort into it and you still allow them the space to work on things, work on themselves. Um, you might work in travel, like a travel agent, if you have a 9 to 5. Here's your sorcerer message. It's just affirmations for you as a sorcerer. I give myself space to feel free of life's worries. I let go of things that distract me from my path. So again, you help people and you can do this for yourself as well, but you keep people focused on the goals, the growth, the happiness, the unity. I make time for spiritual practices that recharge my energy. I respect how my energy affects a room. So, again, bringing people together, understanding that, there's the individual frequency, but there's also a collective frequency, and your place in that vibration, and you help others see where they lie in these vibrations, and you just talk to people so well and you keep them passionate about life and they're like you help them stay inquisitive about the things that they want to know and how they want to grow. So let's get into the next part, which is gifts that you have and how you help people now. What I got was you buy blood and you say that you're gaining knowledge to help your community, but it is to help you, and it's okay to acknowledge that it's also to help you. Um, that's part of that recharge. You don't have to do everything for everybody. But okay, you are helping the world, but make sure, you are paying attention to your own needs or just being honest about your needs. So here is the gifts that you have and how they're helping people now. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we're just going to go through this. Three of Cups, the Lovers, Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So right now you really just help people. You remind people of the gratitude that they have in their lives. You help people with their stability, financial stability. People really love you. You help people with their love lives. You help people with their celebrating themselves and others. You may help people if they get a little too drunk, if you're out and about and you see that person like tippy toed out. I know that's a weird way of saying it, but I said it. You help people fulfill their wishes and work as a team. You help people evaluate how to move forward in life and where they want to move forward, and the steps that they need to take to create balance in their life so they can work towards their goals. Dang. You help people really gain satisfaction with the life that they have so that they're not constantly chasing something that isn't meant for them, but also they still are able to chase their dreams. So you help them stay in alignment with their divine fulfillment, is what comes to mind. You really be helping relationships. Promise you that. You help people team up, work together, come together. Team up, work together, and come together and create stability for themselves and for their community. So, here, the next cards is what you're here to do. We've got the Magician, Seven of Ghosts, Six of Pumpkins, Nine of Pumpkins, Three of Pumpkins, that's the Three of Pentacles that showed up earlier, and the Justice card. So you are kind of on your mission. You're really here to not only manifest the things you want, but also assist others in their manifestation process. You are here to reciprocate generosity. Ooh, knock that over. And help people to get what they want out of life and receive wish fulfillment. You're here also to help bring people together and to help with the path of divine justice. So you may notice that divine justice don't play around you against others and even with yourself. If you jack up, you're like, I can't fuck up because my ancestors will beat my ass. So you better not fuck up with me. You know what I'm saying? So you're here to help yourself and others manifest stability, safety, and celebration. You're helping others to navigate through illusions in life and create and take and make healthy choices in their life. Um, you're here to reciprocate generosity and be generous to others, but you're here to also receive generosity too. What else is there? You're here to help people work together to receive wish fulfillment in their lives, fulfillment in general in their lives. You're here to help people work together to create safety and structure for their lives. Help them with their belief systems, like you've been doing. And also to help with the divine hand of justice. Here's how to improve your craft. We've got the Servant of Jade, Servant of Cups. What is this one? The Star Intellect? I want to say. Star Meditation, Lord of Swords, and Ten of Cups. You are here to teach. Oh, how will you? Yes, you're here to teach. We got that part. So how to improve your craft is to learn about your teachings and to embrace your individuality. Show your intelligence and speak your truth. Especially when when your motherfuckers are coming for you. Speak your truth is really what this is a lot about. You are here to give knowledge, to speak your truth, to learn things, divine on things that maybe you didn't realize you knew in your ethereal memory, is what I want to say. But in your like ancient divine knowledge, your, I guess they're called Akashic records. I don't know much about that, so I'm not gonna all up in there. But like, it is your divine knowledge, the things that you have learned, not just in this lifetime, but in all lifetimes, that you are meant to share. Speak your truth. Um, some things came up in your pre-shuffle. It's time to take it easy with the blood dancing and the blood purchases and dancing with it, and just take some time away from that specific practice. It's becoming an obsession. Um, you're cloaked on social media and hiding in the wings. Please show me. So maybe not being more authentic on social media and not hiding yourself, or like, I don't know, creating like fake pages to look at other people's pages. This is saying that it's important to remove the cloak. Don't hide. Don't hide as a demon. Don't hide as a demon. Maybe you are either demonizing yourself, or it seems like you're supposed to be out in the light being joy and light, but you're keeping yourself hidden and cloaked. Um, yeah, it isn't. This is saying like you can't keep yourself hidden as a demon. It isn't fair to your free house. And you got a free house and you may lose it in January if your actions don't change for some of you. And we also got here, I did a lot for the pre-show, there was a lot. You eat in your basement, somebody, and in order to improve your craft, there's a simple ensemble that needs to be done that you maybe haven't done. This is saying to eat the cloak, because that ghastly thing is part of your shadow self, so it's part of you, and it's gonna have you can hide it, but it's not really something you should hide because it's gonna come out anyway. um and it's this said you used to be light, like a heat signature, like a really powerful divine aura, bright having being, and you just cloaked yourself and started doing these like blood rituals and just really swaying away from getting more into a conscious healing stage. And these are the many beautiful things that you can do. So you could teach people how to be douchebags and how to be demons, or you could teach them to do good. It's up to you. But your mission is to help others, and you do this. But it's important to do it authentically and in your healthy vibration. Like, I just saw somebody like just on the phone in the dark, just watching stuff over and over. Free yourself from that pattern, and it'll really help you. So I'm going to shuffle for how you will grow, how your powers will grow over time. This is how your powers will grow over time. We got the Lunar Queen, she of the Celestial Crescent. This is like your intuition will increase. But let me just get the books to make sure I'm not shitting on your reading. Sorry to cuss. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balance to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment of yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. This is like a very much understanding your power, the power of letting go, releasing in order to receive. You have a divine creative power that needs to be surrendered to. Things are, if things are slow right now, I mean, again, you're in your dark phase. Allow yourself to be released into your lighter phase. Um, Yeah, and pay attention to your divine intuition and what it is guiding you to do. These moments of stillness and rest and replenishment will give you inspiration to the next steps that you need to do as a healer, um, and create divine wisdom. And it'll also help you with your timing. So, in time, things will grow and flourish as you continue on your mission. Um, as long as you're giving yourself that time to replenish yourself, as long as you're taking on rejuvenative practices, if rejuvenative is a word, practices that rejuvenate. This is a call to creating more harmony with what is and what could be, and releasing what was. And this is just going to increase your productivity. You'll be more inspired to do really great things. You'll be more inspired to like take on your mission. So that's how you'll grow. You'll create more time for rest and replenishment. And you'll understand that things come in time, things come in a phase. Not everything is permanent. And you will be able to, that'll help you with your belief systems in like your teachings and your practice. And you won't be so attached to certain outcomes. Wow. That was deep, pile one. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I'm going to do some bibliomancy. So bibliomancy is like using books as a form of divination. And the book that I'm going to use for this is Black Boy by Richard Wright. We're just going to go. I love the pages in this book. Go to a page, and this is a quote that may help you. So, 3 meetings were consumed in bitter debate. Between meetings, we urged Young to tell us who had given him the authority to casadate Swan, and Young hinted darkly that he was acting under the orders of either the Central Committee of the Communist Party or the Communist International. And we were naturally impressed. Who were we to question the decision of political bodies so highly placed? I sympathized with Swan, but was afraid to say a word on his behalf for fear that I too would be charged. So this is just like, you are getting messages, you are getting knowledge from a higher power, a higher authority. Um, just the taking into the context of this. And kind of respect where that download is coming from, and it'll help you to be able to navigate through your abilities and trust in them more, especially when people are coming for you. Word. I'm glad that was helpful. If it was helpful, I hope it was helpful for you, pile one. Thank you for watching. Hey, subscribers, how you doing? It's good to see y'all, or read for y'all. I guess I don't see y'all. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Those of you who aren't subscribed, now is the time to do so. You can subscribe and check out my other videos. And thanks for watching. Peace. Hey, Pile 2. You chose the Scarab Sanctuary necklace. This reading is for you. We are talking about your magic. So, first things first, let's talk about you as a sorcerer. So, what came up is holding the world. I saw this image of someone holding the world in their hands in like an aura bubble almost, and just like holding it kindly and gently as if they were charging it. And then like in the background it was like white and black, almost like a yin and yang thing. So you really like, you don't carry the world on your shoulders, you carry it like literally in your hands. So you care about, you take the responsibility of who you are in the world very seriously, and you take responsibility for a lot of the world's healing. People get vamped, either it's like these people in this group, you get vamped a lot. Maybe people try to drain your energy um by, or your energy gets drained by all the like magical work that you do. um so people are also humiliated by your advancement. Maybe a lot of people must have said some bullshit like you ain't never gonna, and you're just like, you're not only are you gonna, but you have it, you did already. So that's just like, people are humiliated. Some people are humiliated by your advancement. And light blue water came up. That's something that's specific to someone. So here you are as a sorcerer. Ooh, baby. You got the Ace of Swords and Hercules. You tell the truth. You are the truth bringer, and you bring it with strength, honesty, discernment, straightforwardness. You set boundaries. You're truthful about your strength, and you're truthful about the strength in others. You can see very easily, your actions are just, you're strong in your convictions. You're very truthful, very honest, very loyal, very straightforward. And determined. And if you gotta let somebody know that you're not playing with them, you let them know, I'm not playing with you. This is who you are as a sorcerer. Like, you get stuff done. You create strength and honesty and truth where there was none. So here's your sorcerer message. Your sorcerer message is, I am aware of my strengths and weaknesses. I do not punish myself for the things that I need to unlearn. I correct my unhealthy actions with healthy ones. I did just say you are aware of your strengths, but you are also, the greatest part of that is you're aware of your weaknesses. So you're like, this is where I need to improve. I'm about to get to it. And it's just like, this is growth at its finest. I actively work on healing my inner child. My inner child makes room for healthy relationships in my life. That is just a reminder to you, like, to keep that practice up so that you can continue to have healthy relationships with people who can actually be, not be competitive, and just be on that level of honesty and loyalty, and knowing themselves and having self-awareness, so that your self-awareness doesn't seem like a competition, or it's not humiliating to them that you know yourself and all that stupid shit. So next is, these are your gifts and how you use them to help the world. How your magical gifts and how they help the world. One thing that came up is your ancestors honor you. Your ancestors honor you. They love you. They think you're great on a plate. they love you to pieces. Another thing that came up is you're a headhunter. So I hate to say it, but you are here to vanquish demons energetically. What, like, demons, quote unquote. It's really just like you're here to call out the bullshit, to get rid of that negative energies that are taking over people's space and soul and body. Someone is gonna laugh about this headhunter thing. I'm just saying, they're like, headhunter, Lord girl, I be pointing out the narcs. Or like you just come in a room and you're like, oh, this person's on fuck shit. Like you just know. You just know. Trust that intuition. You just know. So here's more about your gifts. You got the Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Swords, 10 of Cups, and King of Cups. You really don't play is pretty much what the deal is. You're like, I don't play about my world healing. I don't play about my world healing. The healing of the world, I don't play. If you understand spiritual warfare and silent wars and energetic wars, baby, you know what's going on. You know what's going on in these streets. Yes, your magic cuts through lies and deception and brings forth truth. It exposes those who are doing things in unjust manners to overpower others. You are honored in this process. People try to defeat you because you are honored in this process and you call their shit. You're very good at communicating. Your voice is very healing. How you communicate, what you communicate, the truth that you expose. You are a bringer of truth and light to free the people. I'm going to say this one more time. You are a bringer of truth and light to free the people. This brings you great honor in many dimensions and great honor in this one as well. People do honor you. Don't ever think otherwise. You have a lot of emotional intelligence too because of the practices that you take on. You probably do a lot of magic with water or fire or writing. You do magic with water, fire, and writing. Like candle magic or burning stuff. You definitely write things down and it happens. You can sing stuff and it happens. And what you do in the water with water is also your magic, and it also is very healing. For some of you, if you do water magic by the ocean, it's almost like you touch the water and you send out this energy. Like, keep that up. That is doing things, and you think it's not, but it is. Okay. So, the next cards are going to tell you what you're here to do. So, what came up is whatever you're here to do, you need to make sure that you're doing crown chakra healing and cleansing because you use your crown chakra, your crown chakra a lot. So it's important to take on that healing process. Also, pile 3 will be helpful for you. Pile 3. So here is what you're here to do. You got the Hermit, King of Pentacles, 4 of Ghosts, 5 of Bats. The 5 of Bats and the 5 of Swords are the same. Page of Bats, 2 of Bats. People come for you, sis. But they can't control who loves you. Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. People come for you because you're the headhunter. Now you need to, this is where you come to terms with the fact. Sometimes I'm always like, why is this person coming for? I literally didn't send for them. I didn't even know they existed until they came for me. Like, what is the problem? The problem is you're a headhunter. So energies that are quote unquote low vibrational, or that feed off of people's drama or anger or whatever, are just as like creating tensity and disalignment, or trying to overpower others or teach others to overpower you. All this, they just are coming for you before you out them. People come for you because you can out them, because you are the bringer of truth and lies. Truth and light. So you cut through their lies. So you are the bringer of truth and light, and you cut through their lies. So they try to come for you before you expose them. So they have to discredit you, make you feel little, make you question yourself, because if you're doing that, you can't come for them and show them what they're doing is wrong, or help people to improve themselves and not be their source of meal. Um and that's part of your mission. So it's kind of part of your mission for people to come for you. I'm sorry. I know it's so annoying, but it's like Highlander. You know what I mean? So you just got to cut the heads off, and that literally always happens, especially if you work with deities. Another part of your mission is to work on your own, to work solo. That's going to help you create the most stability in your life. So it is important to understand that, yes, you can have friends and family and just be really social or be extrovert if you would like. But that doesn't really fit your vibe, especially as someone who is so telekinetic, your mental, you're very crown chakra based. So sometimes you're such an empath, you're very susceptible to certain things. And it's important to maybe, when you're doing your practice, when you are in your practice, it's something that needs to be done alone. And that's where you will gain your most stability and growth. Teaching, I don't see you here teaching others, but if you do teach others, if your practice, like the magic that you do, don't do it with other people. This is just a warning and reminder that people who have tried to overpower you, they're just really not happy with their lives, or they are people who you don't interact with or socialize with anymore. And not only do they watch you, but they watch who supports you, and they try to block that. And that's been their main thing, is they watch you and who supports you, and they try to block it. Let me see how they try to block it by saying they're better than you, or taking on actions to make you feel like you're not good enough. Yeah, and they do that in your friend group, or they do that with people that support you, to try to block you, but it's not doing nothing. So this is just a reminder to be level-headed and logical about this, and understand that they don't have the intellect. They're not ready. They're not ready. And it's not in their control who loves you. People love you, and that's your lucky spring. It's like every time they try to turn people against you, they just increase your luck, and they just increase the amount of people that love you. Here is how to improve your craft. This is saying you need to get out of hiding. And yes, pile 3 is important. You're not in hibernation. Stop lying. You're not in hibernation. I'd be like, I'm in hibernation. No. Get out there. Go talk to people. I mean, obviously do it safely and do it responsibly. But it's important to get out of hiding, to really just not be afraid to be seen. Here's how your craft can improve. How you can improve on your craft. How to improve your craft. We've got the Lord of Jade, the Queen of Jade, King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Get away from all these ugly ass cold people and cut them motherfuckers out your life. If they got something negative to say, if there are people from your past that are talking shit, you could block them, kick them out, stop talking to them, move away from them. If you have that opportunity, because the further you move away from these people, the more abundance you will have. The further you cut them out and disconnect the cord from these people, the better you will be. This is also telling you that ways to improve is to do more grounding work and to also be persistent in your craft. Stay consistent on it. Stay consistent when doing it, because it's the consistency that's really going to get you to that stability that you want. So stay consistent in your craft, especially if you're using it for money, or like you are a practitioner by trade. This will help you in your process. Grounding will help you with your protection process too, which interesting. Cutting cords, cutting people out will help you with your protection process too, because they just want to get in your head. My nose is itchy as I say that, so they definitely just want to get you frazzled. Let's talk about how your powers will grow. This is how your powers will grow over time. How your spiritual powers will grow over time. Ooh, I like this one. This is Chamunda. This is saying your powers will grow by releasing you from things that hold you back and to keep you entangled in their bullshit. You will also realize that you are super powerful and smart. You're patient and you're wise. That you'll be able to be more patient and be more wise, and you'll claim those powers within yourself. You'll release yourself from these stupid people. But you'll also understand when you're running into that entanglement again. You'll be protected beyond, your protection will increase. So if you're dealing with any sort of spiritual battle, you continuing on this path in the ways that we've said, by being, persistent and diligent and doing your practice solo, versus doing magic with others, and continuing your communication, your water magic, your telekinetic magic, your writing, what is it called? I forget what the writing's called. Scribing magic. All these things will help keep you in that protective state. You will acknowledge and be divinely protected and released from anyone who tries to entangle you or keep you limited, restricted, or tries to overpower you. You will be protected from them. I'm going to do a little bibliomancy with Herbs for Stress and Anxiety by Rosemary Gladstar. Bibliomancy is basically just like tarot, but you're using a book. So instead of shuffling, you just go through the pages like this, and it's going to guide us to a herb that can help you, or a recipe that can help you. Or just the following. So we went to excellent herb formulas for the nervous system. The following herbal formulas are among my favorites for the nervous system. Each of the herbs included here provides nutrients that will help strengthen and support this marvelous system. Some of the formulas are calming or pain relieving, others are energizing and uplifting. So, this is saying there isn't a specific herb, it's just go find you some herbs that are helpful for the nervous system. Um, and see how they are in relation to you. So it's time to check out herbs that are good or helpful for your nervous system. This will help you keep calm when you need it, be energized when you need it, and keep you in balance with the work and that you have to do, well, not have to do, but the work that is meant for you along your path. Okay. Thanks for watching pile 2. This was super informative, thick, deep, and I'm really happy you are in existence. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. If you want to check out the description box, you can check out my services as well as my shop, Depop, and my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Peace. Hey, pile 3. We're just going to go right into your questions. So we're talking about improving as a practitioner and kind of just where you are now as a practitioner. I got some notes in my pre-shuffle here. Pile 6 will be helpful for you. The Emperor came up. So it's like the Emperor that you've been dreading yourself to be. You've become the Emperor that you've been like dreading yourself to be. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, but the Emperor is very much like lead, forefront. This person is like the head of their household. They're the breadwinner. They're could be a business owner. They could be a father or mother, because sometimes I show up as the Emperor in my readings. So it really doesn't matter the sex, it's just the attributes, being logical and steady and steadfast. Sometimes a little controlling. You can be a little strict. Sometimes get out your head. That's literally what it said. Okay, so that came up twice. Get out your head. Get out of your mind. How elegant. Get out of your mind. You are constantly in this whirlwind in your mind, just back and forth, telling yourself a bunch of things. So try to avoid caffeine if you can. If you can find alternatives to caffeine. If you're someone that drinks a lot of caffeine, and you're going to find an alternative to caffeine, you actually have to wean yourself off of caffeine first by not drinking caffeinated beverages or eating caffeinated things for at least 30 days. It's like a detox, and then other stimulus could help you in another 30 days. I'm not an herbalist yet, but like, that's the average. It's definitely 30 days to detox. So, no caffeine or it will take center stage. You are the center of the stage. Maybe in more than just your life, maybe in the lives of others too. But making that will take precedent via health conditions or jitters or anxiety. And this is encouraging you to be a comedian. Allow yourself to be funny. You might actually do comedy. Comedy is fun to do. If you're a writer, it's a great writing exercise to like write jokes. So these first cards are you as a sorcerer. Oh yeah, when I was shuffling, I wrote down the Emperor and then it jumped out and I was like, there you have it. Maybe I'll do another pre-shuffle video for the process. We got the Nine of Wands, Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Halley's Comet, the Moon card, and the Lovers. Keep up with your protection spells. I know it sounds annoying, but you gotta do it like every day and every night. Protection, energetic protection. There are people that are wounded that try to overpower you. Just make sure you're protecting your energy and your mental space. So, you're a leader in your field. Whether people acknowledge it or not, that's why people kind of try to overpower you. You're a leader in what you do. So you may practice a lot alone. You may take on a lot of solitude. And then like you'll show up, do something awesome, and then be like, all right, pull back. Let me get my research. Meditation is very important for you. Not just for channeling, but for clearing your head. So, when you take solitude or when you take leave from spaces, people love you, and it is revealed when you remove yourself occasionally. This is more about you. But you do moon magic. You do magic that brings people together. Your moon magic can help you with dealing with people who try to overpower others on all spaces, not just to you, but to other people. This says you can be defensive. You can be defensive. You can be domineering, but you're a leader in what you're doing. You could be someone that could rally troops to people. You could probably be a little ruthless with your magic too. So just be aware of that. Yeah, you do a lot of magic alone. Like this Halley's Comet just keeps pulling me in. It's very much like I do this magic alone. I don't even let bitches know. And if they do know, it's very little that they know. I don't tell about, like, you don't talk about all the magic that you do. You just do it. You don't talk about it. You just do it. Here's a sorcerer message for you. Ginkgo. Did we not talk about getting out of your head? So, this, I don't know. But ginkgo improves brain function. It's for mental vitality. It helps with like blood flow. So it helps with circulation. This thing called oxidation of the blood, or when you're using it, it's one of those things where it takes time to show the results. Alarm going off. I didn't even realize. So you have to use it for at least 2 months to really, 2 to 4 months to really see and consistently to see any results. I have a Luthro, which I use, but I don't use it consistently because sometimes I don't want that boost of energy. I already have it. I try to use it when I need it. Um, but it is important to be consistent with those things. If I am gossiping about someone else's life, I cannot pay attention to my own. Sometimes things are none of my business. Mind your business. Especially in solitude. Maybe meditate on people's business. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. I pursue my passions. My passions lead to abundance. Nothing can stop me from pursuing my passions. At this point, even if people try to overpower you, they still can't stop you. So, um, taking on the practice of protection, you'll be able to protect your energy. Ginkgo is about like revitalizing the mind and boosting your energy. So, if you're feeling a need to protect that and have it to move forward, that would be what you do. Okay, so here, oh, there was something that came up in the pre-shuffle with your, I call it sorcerer message. It could be a shaman message. Somebody's like, I'm a shaman, not a sorcerer. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. It's just, my bad. I don't want to shit on your position, my friend. So, no hope came up. No hope. Like you feel like things are hopeless at times, and you're just running up this bill, or yeah, this bill, but running up this hill. Um, so this says quit scavenging under tables. It's time to get into the limelight. Beep, 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 beep. Indeed, Car, you're right, because it is time for you to get into the limelight. It's like you've been doing these things that don't put you in places where you should be. Um, because you're trying to fit into this structure. But, like, were you really meant to fit in? You know, you weren't meant to fit into anything. You feel it in your bones, you feel it in your soul. So, you understand what your higher purpose is. This is part of, like, who you are as a shaman, sorcerer, magician, priestess, whatever you want to be, or actually are. It's not want to be, it's like you actually are these things. But, like, you know that you have this higher purpose. You already know what your mission is. Like, you know why you're here. So, that has a lot to do with um, why you keep in solitude and you kind of just do your practice. But it is time to really dive into the parts of you that put you in front of people and allow you to express your energetic flow and your vulnerability and your even peace of mind with them. And this is part of your mission. You know this. You communicate with people through the frequency of sound, through the frequency of light, um, through communication, through just existing. Reform. Oh, performer. My handwriting is. Mm. Performer. Perform. This is. Some of you perform. This is part of your limelight. This is part of the way you take lead. It is something to keep in mind and do more of. So, entertainment will really align you in this part of who you are. Um, it's good to really embrace just your playfulness in general. That is part of your healing journey, your inquisitiveness. That's showing up later in the reading. Let's get right back into that. Next, we're going to pull for your gifts and like what you already do that is really helping the collective. We got the Four of Wands, the Empress, the Hermit, the Knave of Swords, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Dang, you really do that. You are like, the Haley's Comet card is specifically like taking time a step away from people, and then when you pop out, you're like the Haley's Comet, which does this. I forget the cycle, the number of years it takes for Haley's Comet. I think it's like 24 or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But Haley's Comet takes a very long time to make its cycle and come back around. And but when it comes back around, baby, when it comes back around, baby, it is such an event that to almost time almost stands still. The sky, I've seen Haley's Comet in my lifetime. The sky is so beautiful, people make an event of it. They make a thing to see it because it is such a beautiful and powerful comet that somehow doesn't crash into any planet in our solar system and destroy us all. It is powerful as a sight to see, and it takes power to loop itself back around and come around and be a part of that gravitational pull. So this is like you. You are so powerful. You are a sometimes like maybe I'll talk about meditations. Sometimes in meditations you can empathize what it's like to be pretty much anything um in its vibration. And one of the things you can understand is like the amplitude it takes to be a planet. It what the amplitude that it takes to be a comet or a rocket or something that is floating in space and holding gravitational pull to assist other things in creation. And this is probably something you've experienced. If you didn't understand what I just said, eventually you will in your journey. But it is such a powerful feeling. It is so freaking intergalactic. It is it is something that helps you have a better worldview. It is something that occasionally makes you angry at society, but also angry as people, as individuals, because you understand the magnitude of their energy and what they can do, their potential for growth. And I didn't even get into your gifts yet. I mean, that is your gifts, but it's it's wild up in this pile. So you bring people together through celebratory practices. You initiate stability for people, grounding for people. A lot of your ideas are really just something that people find fascinating because not only does it help you, but it helps them. Um, you part of your magic is your beauty. It's time to accept this. Part of your magic is your beauty. You're alluring as fun. It's like intoxicating. People are like drunk off of it. So it's just something to keep in mind. Don't hide yourself. Go and get everybody high. Be an absent there fairy. Not get everybody high. You know what I mean though. Like it's okay to be blessed with that. Um, and and understand that you're not the only one that has that. Other people do too, and they can embrace it as well. The Hermit and Haley's Comet are the same cards, just from different decks. You're really good at research. You be in the like science lab. You may not even have a degree in science, or you may, but you are like, yeah, alchemizing. May yes, but you are like, you can really, you do your own experiments. You can really go out, do your telekinetic research, or do your freaking readings, and you actually, I feel like you go out places, but you don't do it with other people, if that makes sense. When you're doing your research on things, you could probably even do a lot of astral projection. You understand a lot about astral projection. uh yeah, it's like you learn truths about things through your meditational practice, but at times it stops you from making certain actions. This is just to let you know. What came up is you're a defender and things are changing. So, we did say you do protection spells for other people and yourself, but you don't even tell people about it. Sometimes, your creativity is part of your magical essence. It's part of your link to divine and your energetic contribution to the world. So it's something to keep in mind. Take on a lot of healthy practices. But sometimes you get caught up in like a lack mentality, or you may be dealing with homelessness right now. But you do a lot of research on, some people are doing their Akashic records that's watching, but I don't know much about that. But you do a lot of research in general. Anyone who's watching, no matter what your spiritual background is, you do a lot of meditation and channeling ancestors, and not just ancestors, just everybody who could be channeled. So be careful with that. Let's get to the next part. Like, this is a lot. Um, this is, you know, these next cards represent what you're here to do, like your purpose. Honestly, with all this Emperor protection, double hermits, and moons and loves, all of this, you already know what you're here for. But here's some insight on that. This says, get giddy. You are here to be happy, giddy. It's, I feel like this is what came up with that. It's like, I feel like you be in spaces and you be happy as a clam, Gay as a motherfucking nymph. You be a straight up gay ass nymph. And people are like, what is this bitch's problem? You cannot be that happy in life. What the fuck? Not everyone's like that. But sometimes people are triggered by it because they're not allowed the space. Well, they're allowed the space, but they don't give themselves or claim the space to be that gay. Uh, and not taking it on as like, hey, I'm gonna be gay with this person too. I'm gonna be giddy with this person too. I'm gonna be flamboyant or boisterous or funny or just like do silly things with this person too. It feels fun to be silly. So part of why you're here is to help people just be fun and silly and laugh and have a good time. Pile 4 might be helpful. Oh, another thing that came up is adventurous. Adventurous. You are very adventurous. Um, the movie Luca came to mind. Luca, I don't know if you've seen the movie. My daughter watches it a lot. But the movie is about a sea monster that can change from a sea monster in the water to a human on land. And they're forbidden to go on land as kids, and this kid takes the adventure and goes, and they're very naive about the world, but they teach people how to love without judgment, and that is literally where you're at. Like, you teach people to love without judgment because people try to villainize you because they don't know you or they don't think you're real. Um, but you kind of show them you are. So, somebody wants to marry you, and they don't care if you are spiritual, psychic. They don't find that shit to be creepy or weird or stupid or dumb. They just love you. So here's what. So, with what you're here to do, we got the Knight of Bats, Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Tower. You're here to destroy the world. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. So, you are here to be a warrior in a world that's falling apart. Sorry. Welcome to the 3D. Hey, what's up? So you are here to. What comes up is strike first and strike fast. I don't know about all that, but that's what the Knight of Bats does. He kind of rushes in and takes on the challenge head on without worry. Sometimes without even planning, which you might want to take time to plan before taking action. But you're here to fight like things that defeat people, hierarchies that destroy people. And you already knew that. And I believe you found this out during one of your hermit phases. And you research about the destructive powers and you take action. You take action through uh, astral projection. You might not be doing it as much, but you do it. So you're here, you're the warrior spirit here, defender. So you're here to help rebuild. Can't stop looping, as someone says. You understand life on an no, I'm not gonna say that. On a like interdimensional level, so you understand interdimensional travel because of all the astral projection that you've done. Um, you have a good understanding of the beginning of the end, the beginning and the end, and the beginning of the end, girl. And how, things are just like energy is eternal. And that's why you're like, I'm stuck in the loop, girl. You're here till the end. You're here till it all ends and falls down. Um, because that is your mission. You took that assignment on, and you know this. You know this. Huh. You take actions to rebuild the tower. Okay, so here's how you can improve your craft. What came up in the pre shuffle is make them demonstrate to show that they understand it. So it's like make people demonstrate that they have the knowledge before just assuming that they do. And if they don't, well, then you know how to maneuver. It says you're on the air. I don't know if that is like something you have already done, something you do. Someone specifically that's watching this, there is a little girl, like almost 3 to 5 years old, in like one of those church christening dresses. And you gotta go visit this person's gravestone. They're in Ohio. Um, it's okay to visit them and bring them white and yellow flowers. Uh, Light pink too if you want. But I just see these like sunflowers, white. I think they're tulips. Um, the ones that kind of look like a trumpet shape. And then just to further go into that for this person, uh, you called it Stranded Life, Ohio, but it's probably like Stanford or something like that. Sanford, Ohio. I don't know if that's just what came up. I didn't look it up to see if it was a spot. So I could be close. I think it's just like a Stanford or Strandford, something along those lines. So here's how you can improve. We've got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Servant of Swords. Oh, heal your heart space. It is a battle, is it not? This gives me right vibes. If you are a writer, write. If you are an entertainer, entertain. Take on those actions. Um, find more nutrients that gives you energy or helps with your concentration, so that because you do a lot of astral projection. As somebody that I have experimented so much with astral projection, one day I just put that shit on my Patreon because it's so it's so much. I used to astral project so much I would lose track of like time and space time. Like, you ever see those movies where they're like the time travelers like, what day, what year is it? Like that's kind of where a bitch was at for a minute. What year is it? Bitch been traveling. Um, so it's important to take on like actions in the 3D amongst these things. You're entertaining, you're writing. It's time to make some friends. I feel like because you have seen the bottom of the pits, uh maybe you just feel like a defeated a lot with relationships. Like you're giving too much, or they don't understand, or they won't understand. But even if they don't understand, you still have, nah, you don't have to, but you still can create that space to create healthy relationships and different relationships that have different dynamics. Not every relationship is the same. Heal your heart space. Heart healing magic, please. Heart healing magic. More greenery. Come on, just. Oh no. Can't really see these cards. It's just like my hands. But yeah, along your research, it's okay to communicate these things maybe through your art or through your writing. Uh, Commentary on the underbelly beyond the wall. So let's talk about how your powers will grow over time with my oracle deck here. Pile 4 is significant to you too. Dang, it's wild in these streets. So, pile 3. Miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. Let's read this. Okay, so this is like, well, let me just read it. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healing. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle of healing. You are going to be a miracle worker. You already are, and as you're just going to be more aligned to it. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine life without this old wound, addiction problem, this relationship issue, this inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing and letting go to let the goddess be. So this is saying really like you're going to be in your divine healing power. You will be in a place where you can release the baggage of the past, the traumas of the past. Part of what your mission is to experience those things so that you can be a voice for those who also experience those things. Yeah, you were meant to go. It like a lot of literally your trauma is part of your mission. I'm so sorry. As someone who has that same thing, it is so it's not annoying, but it can get on your nerves sometimes. But it is part of the mission, and I guess especially now you have become more in tune with your purpose and you understand that it's part of the mission. This is the worst video. I am so sorry. Today was the day to do it here. Yeah, you will be able to do like miracle work healing You will have such a powerful healing process. People will really respect what you do. They already do respect what you do, but you'll be more aligned to it, and you'll go back into the practice of it so wholeheartedly and so freely, and just release all the things that make you question it. We're almost at 40 minutes. I was going to do bibliomancy, but we'll do it another time. Thank you so much for watching Pile 3. Thank you for being a part of this. You're awesome and divine. Blessings on your journey, blessings on your strength and claiming your power in your limelight space. And, you know, I'll see you in the ethers. Peace. Hey, Pile Fours. So, what's up? If you're here from Pile 3, hi. If you're not here from Pile 3, you're going to want to check out Pile 3 after this. Let's get into it. First things first that came up in your pre-shuffle is someone is on a visa in another country. Okay. So like on a visa from another country than their birth country or where their citizenship, quote unquote. Girl, fuck borders. But okay. This quote came up and I really like it. It said, "You might end up falling or worse, getting back up." Girl. So yeah, you might fail, but is it worth? It's worth getting back up, not for you, but for a hater. It's like the sarcasm of it, I guess. I don't know. It was cute to me, but it came up and like someone was saying it. You're a good goer. I don't know what that meant. Somebody's cousin says that. Like you go for good. Let's get into it. Here is the attributes that you have. This is you as the sorcerer, as the things that you do. We got Libra, Ace of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Pegasus, wow, Two of Pentacles, and the Temperance. I like it. You, Indigenous Belt Buckle Pile 4, you are the bringer of justice. You bring it with you where you go. I feel like people do you a disservice when you are in spaces, and that also does them a disservice. But you help to bring balance into lives, energetically and like just physically. You bring people together, you bring magical elements together. You bring people together, you bring magical elements together. You are a magician, you are magic. So it's time to really put work into that, to really make it work for you and adapt it to your life so that, and you probably already do this, so that you make money, period. You can use it to make money. You can use it to create safe spaces. You already do the safe space thing. You already do the alignment thing. You already do the love things. You utilize it to send out love. You already utilize it to help others. It's time to utilize it to help yourself. And not even in a selfish way, just in a growth and building way and a stabilizing way. You really put work into your magic, like you put effort into it, and it shows in your environment, but it also shows in other people's environment as people learn from you. Just they just learn from you by like you just doing. It's not like you're going out of your way to teach. Even if you are going out of your way to teach, that's what's happening. Um, you're like a beacon of love, showing people love exists. So we have a sorcerer's message here. So with your magic, a message for your magic. One thing that came out is no cussing. And you're going on Netflix. I don't know if you were trying to do something with Netflix. Somebody is watching that is doing something, or like trying to pitch Netflix. I am not a professional like uh executive producer. But that's what came up. I don't work for Netflix. That's what came up. So that's specific to somebody. Here is more about your message here. I do not sacrifice my stability in order to help others. Didn't I say do it for yourself too? I fill my cup first, and when my cup is full, I am able to help others. So, all this extra magic you're doing to help others, I feel like you pump a lot into the world. It's time to really just collect that energy back for yourself so that you can continue to manifest. You're doing a lot for the collective, and it's time to really do that for yourself, because that helps others as well if you're not already doing it. I take time for stillness. Meditation increases my intuition. I cannot control others' actions. My actions are a reflection of myself. Others' actions are a reflection of themselves. So you, it's going through the motions. Let people do what they do. Let them do it. Excuse me. Sorry, I was drinking a smoothie. So I feel like, especially with the Justice card and Temperance showing up, even the Magician too, a lot of your magic has to do with karma, people getting their karma, and creating balance through that, and create a lot of justice magic, um, divine justice magic, or like helping others get their justice who are needing it. And sometimes you maybe do it for every motherfucker that wrongs you, and you don't have to do it for every motherfucker that wrongs you. So, and I'm cussing. Here are your gifts. You are a defender and you change things. That came up? Yes. So, Sun card. There's justice again. The Moon card. You probably do a lot of moon magic. Four of Cups. Ooh. Two of Pentacles again. You bring a lot of balance. Like you might probably got Libra all up in outside. You probably got a moon in Libra. You probably like you got all the Libra, all of it. And the last one is the Seven of Swords. You busted through liars' faces. A liar probably comes for you so hard because you just shut them down. They'll be fucking gaslighting you for years and you'll still shut them down with one whole sentence. And people be like, damn, you could have said that years ago. And you just be like, I didn't give a fuck. You know, I have more important things to do. You 3D bitches, pay attention. But like, you just bring the justice. You probably do it through magic. You bring the joy though. You bring the happiness. You are a light worker. And there's balance again. Oh my god. The sun and the moon and justice in the middle. Oh my god. You're so balanced. Holy shit. Please claim that power now. Claim that you are so level-headed. You know how to just make things just right, balanced, good, chilling. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. And sometimes you feel left out because people are so out of whack. Welcome to the insane asylum that is the 3D. It is an asylum. I am like, girl, I signed up for this. Let me see that contract. I'm gonna need to. Can we renegotiate? Like, what? But it's okay. It's okay. Because you know the mission, you on the mission. You already are doing it. And even just finding this balance within yourself is helping others. Don't be so hard on yourself when your scales tip a little. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're in this dimension. You're not even meant to be perfect in any dimension. I mean, so that's what it is. You take a lot of time for stillness to create balance too. You do magic with the sun, you do magic with the moon, you do magic with any element that you can find. You'll do magic if spirit hands you things from, when spirit's like handing you things just from the elements around you. Like, when you're walking somewhere, you're like, oh, God wants me to have this. And then all of a sudden, it's like an ancient spell. And when you research it, you're like, oh, it, it's awesome. People try to lie to you about who you are. I don't know why they would lie. It's like people try to shake you. People try to shake you a lot. Um, because you have so much balance. They want to tip them scales, bro. They want to tip them scales. You can't be this perfect. But it's not a perfection thing. It's just like you just want to live a just life. You just want to live a fair life. You just want justice and unity and prosperity for everyone across the board. Even like somebody that is trying to push you to tip your scales, you're like, listen, we could talk. It doesn't have to be all this extra stuff. We could just talk about it and create balance. And that is so beautiful. So the next cards are like what you're here to do. You probably already know because you're doing it. You're doing it. Here is what came up. It was the same as the last one. So, like, being giddy and happy and gay and free and fun, um, unapologetically. Um, Someone wants to poke you with their vessel. Like, they consider their body a vessel and they want to put their body against your body, vessel to vessel. I think it's more than just sex because they know with you it's more than just sex. It's going to be an ignition of celestial power. So, with that said, the star card comes up first with what you're here to do. You're here to shine as bright as you motherfucking want to shine forever and always. Shing a ling a ling a ling a ling 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 bright. We got the Judgment card. We got the Queen of Pumpkins. We've got the Four of Bats. We've got the Three of Cups. Yep, here to have a good time. And the Moon card. You're here to have a good time. So you don't always have to take on the battle of creating justice. Sometimes you just existing is doing that. So make sure you're taking time to celebrate yourself. celebrate existence, and celebrates the knowledge of your understanding, or the understanding of your knowledge. I guess it kind of does go both ways. But you're here to shine. You're here to explore. You're here to show people how to create balance within themselves. You're here to give people divine knowledge. You're here to enlighten others. You're here to help people get revelations about their life and their safety and the security in their life. You are here to be safe, secure, and prosperous and abundant. So when you get these blessings of safety, hold on to them and respect them and show gratitude, because it is meant for you. You're not just a lucky duck or whatever, blah blah blah. You put in the fucking energetic work from beginning of time, and you're still doing it. So just embrace it, bro. It's okay to take some downtime too. Not everything is work, but you're here to be safe, secure, and live in luxury. That's for damn sure. Um, so you're here also. The work that you do is here to create safety and security for yourself and others, or even just give people revelations on what safety, what love, um, what feeling safe is, what feeling nurtured is, and how it relates to balance in your life. A lot of the work that you do has to do with nurturing others, helping others. Yeah. Um, yeah. And you are here to reveal truths of illusions. You're here to reveal truth. So sometimes if you enter a space and you accidentally tell, you go, wow, that's stupid because this, and this. And it's accidentally the business. Oops, you're here to tell the truth. Justice, justice, balance, bring honor, bring loyalty, create, um, bring people together, bring elements of life together, bring different structures of people together. All of that is what you are here to do. And you probably are already doing it, to be completely honest. Here's how you can improve your craft. What came up in the pre shuffle is don't deny giving tips and the tea. So sometimes you're like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut because people come for me let, when I drop bombs. Boom. When I speak truths, people come for me and I'm not really with the shits, because I like balance and peace and harmony in my life. You bring harmony to spaces. You have knowledge of how to bring harmony energetically and physically, and in the mind. Like, you know how to bring harmony. Um and this is saying, just do it. Just do things that do these things. It's part of your journey. Just do it. This, yeah, as you do it, it reflects on how you're building yourself, how others are building, and how everybody can really build together. It's okay to be an influencer. It's okay to do that because you have a sense of harmony and understanding. It's okay for you to continue that path, or do that path if that is what you're on. So, how to improve? You got the Eight of Pentacles, or the Eight of Jade, which is the Eight of Pentacles. You got, bro, the Balanced Decision, which is the Justice card. Again, you've got the Justice card from every deck. Again. Again. That's how my little cutie says it when we're playing games and like they wanna me to do it again. They're like, again. And that's just what that reminded me of. Again. And they try to, like, each time they say it like louder, they're like, ah, God! Eventually you're like, you're so cute. Okay, so the Two of Swords, the contour, this reaction, such an awkward name for this. I probably should, I don't know. Anyways, I really like this deck though. It's beautiful. We've got the Six of Cups and the Five of Wands. So, how you can improve is you can just continue to work on this structure of creating balance. But here's the thing, it seems like sometimes you pursue this path of justice over your path of creative communication, or creative expression, or just ability to create. You're like doing more justice work than creation work. And it's important to also involve your creation work, your nurturing work, your like things that you create artistically, or just from your divine alignment, like you get inspiration. So it's important to create things from your inspirational downloads. Um, you sometimes get distracted from people in the past who want to fight, or again come for your balance, or and you're like, I'm showing you I'm balanced. I'm also I have always done this work. You're already in harmony. You don't have to show them shit. Um, Also, you do want that harmonious world. Like, you legitimately want the world to be in harmony. So, and you've seen your magic do a lot of really powerful things. So, it's important to understand part of your harmonious magical process is to create. And whatever that looks like to you, do it unapologetically and freely. So I'm gonna hurry up and get, because my phone's gonna die. How your powers will grow. Pile 4. How your powers will grow. Ooh, you about to get them. Killing them and getting them and getting them. Oh, I hope you can see that. This is Kurukala. Kurukala. So you will just become a powerful sorcerer of like love and wisdom. You'll be a lot more fulfilled. You'll be cleared of like these past lower vibrations. This is like how you're going. This is where you're going. Your powers like release. You will be releasing negativity. You will be empowering yourself and others. You'll be more into your divine feminine. So you'll embrace the nurturing side of yourself, or the nurturing healer that is fierce. Um, you'll be clearing away negativity like a motherfucker, and just like attracting lots of freedom and joy. So this is where your magic is taking you. It's helping you to attract more freedom, more joy. You'll be more fulfilled in the things that you do. Love raining down. Yes. You'll be, oh, and most importantly, this is about overcoming those battles, those liars, those people trying to throw you off balance. They won't be as much of an effect on you, and you'll have better ways of dealing with people that trigger you and purposefully trigger you. Well, that was a lot. Thank you so much for watching, Pile 4. I love y'all. Thanks for being a part of this journey. You already know everything's in the description box below. Hey, subscribers, I just want to say, hey, hi, thank you for watching. And if you want to subscribe, you can. Like this video so other people can see it and be a part of it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Hey, Pod 5. We are talking about how your magic changes the world and what you do, how your magic, yeah, just changes the world. Yeah, okay. And how you can improve if you even need to. So here's what's up. What came up in the pre shuffle for the first part is there are a lot of great people who depend on you. Don't let them down out of respect. So there's a lot of people that really respect you and they like depend on you. Um, just be respectful to that honor. Um, yeah. So let's get into it. The first cards that I pulled are you view her as a sorcerer or practitioner. Oh, we got the star card. We got the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Sun card. Ooh. We got the Seven of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you must do this for a business or for work. You're very strategic on how you present your work to people. You do a lot of magical stuff like in the daytime or in the sun for manifesting specifically money. So a lot of your craft has to do with being in the forefront, creating a space for hope and possibilities and joy, and doing it as a business for money. Yeah, you're like a money manifester. Um, and you kind of show people how to make money through your craft. Here is ooh, here is a sorcerer's message for you. These are just like affirmations and different things that can help you along your journey. We got I am not shaken by others' opinion of me. My authenticity inspires others. That's that star card. So you're just like, you just do your own thing. You're original. Oregon grape root. This is a herb that came up. Oregon grape root is good for, it fights infections. It helps fight infections of like herpes and other alkaline based infections. So, infections that are based on what your alkalines are doing or your alkaline balance. It also helps treat upset stomach or any sort of gastric issues. It'll help you fight other skin disorder infections besides herpes, like eczema or even sunburn, any kind of skin disorder. So if you want to check out Oregon grapefruit, or if you're dealing with these issues, it's time to address them. It's yeah, I'm like even the I think the gastric thing is happening for you a lot. Um, that's just a tip. You already said you were very strategic on stuff. Okay, so next we're gonna pull for your current gifts and how they help people. So what came up with this is like some love message. Oh, so you might be married, and the quote that came up was get rid of them. So it's up to you. It's up to you how you want to live your life. Anyways, but there is, for someone that's watching, there is someone that cultivates mushrooms. And this is saying that this person will advance in this. And there was just a very straightforward message. You know how to take it, is a message that came out from this mushroom person. Take it as it applies, if it even applies. That's for someone very specific. But with your sorcerer message, we got so it's important for you to find help from someone that is trusting in the Lord, is what someone said. So if you have a Christian background, it's important to, um, I don't know, just find people that respect higher powers, or, you know, respect the divine knowledge, is what it's saying. This was from an ancestor, because they said, find help from someone that is trusting in the Lord, not some mini brain dolt. So it's like, find somebody who is ready to expand their mind and, reach the outer planes. Okay, so when it comes to your gifts, you speak vocally, but you gotta think before you speak. It is important to think before you talk. Sometimes you just say stuff, or you get caught up in the moment or in the drama for your mama or whatever it is. Just make sure you're thinking before you speak. There is something about white people that came up. I was like, what? I don't know. I don't know. But if you want to find out about it, or someone here has to, or you don't have to, someone here, it's like there's somebody that you fought that benched you during something, made you sit on a bench, but you like either physically fought them or argued with them. And this was a white woman, and it's important to talk to that woman if you can. If you can. I'm gonna sip this tea. Today's tea is raspberry leaf and bay leaf. Let's get into your gifts. That was a lot. So you've got the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knave of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Tower card, and the Knave of Cups. Wait, Knave of Pentacles, Knave of Cups. I hope I said that right. Maybe I called it backwards. But here we are. Look. Your gifts are to bring people together, to help people change their luck so that they can learn how to navigate through illusion and pain and sorrow and loss. Um, and still come out loving at the end. That's very straightforward. So you help people make healthy decisions that help them restructure their lives in a time of turmoil and pain. You help people change their luck. You help them come together. You bring people together in spaces. You help people with their learning, how to learn. You help people that are in a learning stage. You help them learn how to progress forward and learn new things, new attributes, new talents to help them cut through these illusions in life. And then you also help them to like speak in healthier ways. Uh even to each other. Yeah. So you help people change their luck as well. Ooh. Sorry, I'm doing this on my bed. I missed my table. I'm gonna keep doing it on my table. Okay. So yeah, okay. Next we've got what you're here to do. Got the Empress card, the High Priestess, ooh, the Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Sun card, and the Ace here of Swords. So, like, you're here to live in luxury, be happy, and blessed. There is like fights going on, maybe with you, and it's time to be more assertive when it comes where you. It's nice to evaluate where you need to be more assertive with petty arguments that's happening, or like people trying to seem like they're smarter than someone else in a situation. It's time to really evaluate where people are being cold and mean and kind of be more assertive in like ending that so that you can get back to your happiness. Like your actions in this fight is really going to dictate how happy you are and in your healing process and how healed you are in your steps that you take for healing. Um hmm. So your creative ideas are part of your spiritual journey. So there are ideas from the divine. There are things that help bring people together. So it's good to invest in those in any way you can afford to. And the same kind of inspiration that you give others when they're dealing with issues and troubles is kind of like you gotta take your own advice. So things that came up in the pre-shuffle for this was don't be desperate. Um, Try not to be too open about certain things with certain people. You just want to be honest with people that can respect your vulnerable space. And to be kind to others that you are watching. So be kind. Niceness is great and all, but kindness is actually the stuff that has integrity to it. So make sure you're being kind to others. So here's how you can improve your craft. So all the spiritual stuff that you do, you're like meant to do, but just incorporate a little more creativity into it and try to have more fun with it and focus less on the drama. How to improve? We've got the warrior's speech, the Venus awareness, Four of Cups, Nine of Staffs, and Eight of Swords. So the thing here is being that voice of calling people to action and being self-aware, that autonomy, that authenticity is really what's going to set you apart in, well, not even, it doesn't even matter about setting you apart. It's more like it's going to be who you truly are in your healing process. So it's time to really just pay attention to being autonomous, being authentic, and in respecting your space as a leader in healthy ways, without being controlling, being more of like a person to call people to action, to show people the way, to show the direction. If you are feeling lackluster or out pushed out, or just like not fulfilled with what you're being given from the universe, um it's time to pay attention. It's time to pay attention to why that is, where the wound is. um are you blocking off your blessings because of self-limiting thoughts, especially thoughts that happen when these fights happen? It's time to evaluate these fights and how they affect you, and how they sway your focus from the blessings that you're being given. Because look at this. This person is getting blessed by the universe, by this angel up here, is just pouring into their cup, and they're just like, oh, whatever, cup. Cups are great. Like, no. So just a little bit of gratitude will help you with your self-esteem and not comparing yourself to others. Um, and allowing yourself to be free in your healing, and how you express yourself uh, in your healing practice, or your magical practice, or however you practice, which is a lot of sun magic. That's why you be boop boop bringing that money in. So yeah, pay attention to like the inner wounds that have made you create these boundaries, and if these boundaries are necessary. So I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards, and these are going to tell us how your abilities will grow over time. Magic and ritual, creating sacred practice. Literally, you will be more magical. So with this, it's like, this is more like the way to grow. You need to incorporate more ritual into the things that you do, more rituals, more ritual practices, turning things into rituals, creating your own rituals, um, daily rituals. If you're not already doing it, you should be doing it. I feel like this is for some of you, you should be doing this. But like, you will be doing it more. So these practices will help you keep you stable, even during these fights, or they're practices to rejuvenate you, after interacting with a lot of people. It'll help keep you balanced. It'll help keep you in a state of respecting your creative inspirations, as well as your joy. It'll take you into spaces where you can flourish. It'll allow you to create spaces for yourself to flourish. It'll make you respect the effort that you put into things. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna do a little bibliomancy with the Indian herbology of North America. So just like indigenous plants that are indigenous to North America. And today's plant is Boneset. Boneset. This is like Indian sage, is what they're calling it. Indigenous. I don't know why they say Indian raw. So this is something that flowers in the fall. It's a stimulant. People use it as a tonic. It's a diaphoretic. It's an emetic. I don't know what the emetic is. And it's an as anti-spasmodic thing, so it helps with like tremors and stuff like that. So here is the usage. It is true of other plants. I want to call it bonaset. Is dual in action depending on how it is administered. When cold as a tonic or warm as a emetic, diaphoric, sorry for your stomach, basically. As a tonic, it is very useful in remittent fever, intermittent, and thyroid fevers. Give the infusion as hot as can be comfortably swallowed. This including profuse perspiration, and sooner or later evacuation of the bowels. Like I said, it's for that poopy. If you are having like stomach issues, that's what a like diaphoretic is. Sorry. So this also helps with like colds, but it's mostly used for stomach issues, issues with the liver, uterus. Didn't I? Oh my god, this is what. Didn't I say gastric stuff earlier? So that, what is that? The solar plex? Not the solar plexus, the sacral chakra. So you can mix this as a syrup with ginger and anise for coughs and colds. But it's mostly used for stomach issues. So, there are different ways of taking this, but I would just honestly look it up online. Because this is getting into like how many grains you can use, if you turn it into a powder and stuff like that. This is also something that helps with herpes, gout. You can put it on fractures, bone pain, coughs, diarrhea, influenza, indigestion, hoarseness, liver issues, soreness in the liver. I didn't even know that was possible. Wounds of the skin, spotted liver, thirst, relapsing fever, rheumatism, ringworm. You better get it, plant. And intermediate fevers. So this is a great plant for all of that, which is also the same thing that Oregon grapefruit does, which is really awesome. So people in this pile may be dealing with those issues. Those plants may be helpful for you, and they may be helpful for you in your magical practices. So go ahead and check those out, research those yourself. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope this was helpful for you and just helped you along your healing practice and your healing journey and your magical journey. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace. Pile 6, what's good? Oh my god, this is shaking. Oof. Okay. So, pile 6. Okay. We're talking about your magical practice and how it is helping the world, the collective world. What came up in your pre-shuffle is pile 2 and pile 3 are helpful. So this is gonna, like, I guess a trigger warning, but what else came up in your pre-shuffle is like someone was saying you're like dumb or easy, or like, you know, that like talking shit about like, oh, this person's a floozy, they're dumb and they're easy, kind of stupid stuff like that. And they're lying. They might be lying. And they're going to be confessing it that they lied. A queen map is another thing that came up. So either that's like, so it felt like somebody's like channel, but also it's like you're the actual, for some of you, are the actual like archetype for, excuse me, the concept of a queen, like the healthy concept of a queen. Somebody lost their energy, they have no energy. People are denying her, people are denying someone. Um, Someone is saying that someone's craft is fake and they threw in the towel on that because that backfired. So, bind is the word, ain't no denying it, is a phrase that came up from like an ancestor. So, they bound themselves. Whoever was talking shit about you, they bound themselves. And now that they have to deal with it. Um, if there's karmic or cross watcher watching, you're the person that bound yourself to not so healthy stuff. Let's get into it. This is you as a practitioner, sorcerer, magical person. We got the 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Star card. Dang, why are people so salty about your glow up? It's like, you are like, I hate to say it, like an absinthe fairy. But you are just like sparkly. You bring people together. You bring joy to the room. You help people with their inner child healing. And people from the past are so trying to overpower you because you're inspiring others. You're even inspiring people in their community. Like, you are inspiring people, and it makes motherfuckers mad. Cause it's like they're burdened by your stardom. They're burdened by the endless possibilities that you have available to you, not knowing that like you're attracting these things through what you're doing. They just want to overpower you. There's just people who want to overpower you. Can't believe that came up in your sorcerer life. But you are, as a sorcerer, you're here to take on those battles. You're here to show people how to get through their burdens, how to get through their fights. But let's get into it more. You have a sorcerer message, as just like a message, affirmations that really define you or could help you as a magical person. So here's something. She wanted the viewers. So she was being an asshole, insulting you in your area, but uh, awake. What? But this person's gonna receive an awakening, so get ready. Or they already have. So if you, I guess you're like social media or something, somebody was talking shit on social media about someone else because they wanted their viewers. Um, and they wanted the attention that came with that drama. And that was a rude awakening. There's a rude awakening that will happen with this person. Um, and they need to get ready for it. Another thing is to be patient with this karma process because order is being put back into place. Additional sorcerer message, we've got I know what healthy loving I know that, excuse me, I know that healthy loving relationships exist. I deserve healthy and loving relationships. I am lovable. I am healing my inner child. Didn't I say inner child healing? So yes, there is love. You are lovable. That's why these motherfuckers mad, okay? So continue to just be. There are loving relationships. There are people that celebrate you. So just really pay attention to that. And there's a quote here: love saves us only if we want to be saved. Bell Hooks. So some of these people, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. You can only bring people, you can only be like, here is guidance. You can't make people heal. That's what they need to do. So, honey, if they don't want to be saved, don't save them. Don't even get into it. Let them do it on their own. So, next we're going to talk about your gifts and what they do to help the collective, the world around you. What came up in the pre shuffle is keep my name out your mouth before you get ready. Not minute. So you are not no little insignificant. And I guess people that had their name in your mouth figured it out. Like, you're favored by the Most High. You have done things in the beginning. You are part of the Kofi. Okay, don't play. Cross Watcher, don't play. So here's what's up. There's that Five of Wands again. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the World card, Queen of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles. So, Famo. It's like people are fighting and wounded and hurting, and you are just like reminding them that new love exists. You're just like, love exists. You help people work on ending cycles, especially people who are wounded. You help them put in the effort and the work that it takes to end cycles in their lives. Um, you help people who are in battles of wits learn how to talk to each other. You're like, yo, we don't have to like belittle each other in this situation and talk or speak from our wounds. We can speak from healthier places and still get our point across. Um, you really help people communicate well in arguments. Um, and you help people work on ending cycles. You might do a lot of world magic, like magic that affects the world. What most people, a lot of people don't know about it because they're so focused on like just survival on an individual level. Um, but you are aware that there are energies that you could utilize to help on a mass scale. Um, you're also super beautiful, creative, and alluring. And you're diligent and persistent in what you do. You stay on the ball. You stay on the focus. You keep going even if it takes longer than you're expected. You literally help the world. Like, you literally, it's a literal. Especially when it comes to people who are fighting and arguments. You probably do a lot of conflict resolution, or mic drops that really just like show people you don't have to be rude or mean to each other to communicate. Someone said you can incite world peace. You can incite community peace, but you can't decide how people act. You can only like show them a new way of being by existing. So stay on the ball, stay focused. You've got things coming in for you. And motherfuckers gonna keep their name out your mouth. I know that. They just learned. So next, this is what you are here to do as your like magical mission. This says stop pocket watching and be humble. Stop comparing yourself to people. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So this is also saying you're not disgusting. People like you and people believe in you, and you need to believe in you as well. So here it is, your mission. Page of Imps, Eight of Ghosts, the Hangman, Eight of Pumpkins. This Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Pumpkins are the same. Nine of Imps and Nine of Wands are the same. Eight of Wands, or Eight of Imps, and King of Imps. Ooh, girl. So part of your mission here is to learn how to just let things go and remove yourself from things that hold you back. Um, this is more like letting you know that one, you are on your mission, but it's time to release yourself. Like, part of your mission is to release yourself from these entanglements. They're like not just lifelong entanglements, they're like several lives entanglements. Release yourself from these people, release these people into their own spectrum. Your work, the work that you do, people are always going to talk shit. It's for you to be confident. So part of your mission is like remaining confident in the face of adversity, letting go of things that don't serve you, and staying confident and charming and beautiful, and just being your authentic self and your creative self in the face of adversity, in the face of shit talkers, people coming at you at all sides, both in loving ways and as haters. Keeping your wits about you. Yep, someone is trying to create mental instability for you because they see that you are uh, a star and that you're confident and you have a lot of things going for you. That is more than just like money. There are things that you just can't buy, character that you just can't buy. And It triggers some people. There's a lot of people that's trying to create fights for you, girl. It is not your problem. This your mission is to stay focused on the mission. Remain charming and beautiful and powerful and create spaces to celebrate yourself and others. So here's how you can improve your craft. We got the Venus awareness, the tempered man balance, the wheel. What is it? The wheel of learning. We've got the sun energy. You got a lot of major arcanas here. And the six of jade. So just nurture what you want to see grow, basically. You don't have to worry about what anybody else is saying. They're just trying to trigger you not to be happy because they see that you're happy without them. And just remember that you are happy without them, and they're just proving it by trying to cause problems. Like, this is why I'm happy without you. You cause so many problems. Come on. But this is saying, um, keep your individuality and keep your autonomy when it comes to certain things. Well, when it comes to everything, because you're timeless. You are a creator that's timeless, and the things that you grow last throughout time. It's okay to end these relationships so you can be free to be yourself. And you don't have to worry about these like traumas and all the petty arguments. You can free yourself from these. It's okay. It's gonna help you to find more balance. So anybody who's trying to throw you off, it's okay to just walk away. You don't even have to acknowledge it anymore. Um, it will trigger you in one way or another. Give yourself space to heal from it, and just nurture the things that you want to see in your space. Uh, Both with your magic and just in general, your mental focus. What this will do for you is really help you to like evolve. It'll change your luck. Your luck is already changing. You're a very lucky person, and you have a lot of love in your life and joy, and it's just time to embrace that, and really that should be your main focus, and just creating spaces for people to flourish in it. A lot of people are mad because they don't have things aren't working out the way they used to when you were around. So people are coming in to be generous as long as you stay focused on, just being your cute, charming self, talking to people in healthy ways, expressing your creativity in healthy ways. That's going to bring in a lot of generosity very quickly. And you ain't got to save the ones that don't want to be saved. That's not even your job. That's not even your arena. Bloop. So here's how your powers will grow over time. Somebody, you're not scary. You're not scary. People, if they're scared of you, that's their problem. You're not bad. People criminalize you, that's their problem. But you got literally when I said you're not dark, you got the Queen of Heaven. Blessings from the divine Empress of the skies. You are a person of authority, both on the spiritual realm and in this one. You are a leader. You are a leader that is a healthy leader, one that shows compassion and wisdom, and you are the lead in what you do. So it's time to accept that authority. Um, your growth process, how you will grow in this, is you will claim that leadership. I think you're already a leader. This is like you will grow into a leader, but you're already there, especially with all these wands. Um, but yeah, you'll become a spiritual leader and be able to teach others how to navigate in ways that are compassionate and supportive and empowering. Um, you will teach others that, like, the whole shaming thing and disempowering others, devaluing others is just not the way to go. You'll remind people, and you probably already do this, that, like, there's unconscious projections of who we are. You get downloads straight from the divine already, but you will be getting more, and you will really just be claiming yourself as a leader in what you're doing. You're already there, to be honest. I'm gonna do some bibliomancy. So let's get an herb that can help you at this time. Raw Dilla, Rhodiola, Radilla. So this is an adaptogenic herb that thrives in cold northern regions like Siberia or like northern Canada, Tibet. It is a succulent, but it can survive in the toughest weathers. Sound familiar? So this herb is used to treat a state of depletion, lack of energy, and depression all at the same time. It helps restore and rebuild energy and can be combined with other herbs that do the same thing and tonics. And it'll help rebuild and replenish the nervous system. Oh, the book that I'm using is actually called Herbs for Stress and Anxiety, and it's by Rosemary Gladstar. She's like the herbal babe. So, it's also helpful for the immune system. It can help rebuild and restore the immune system, and is especially helpful after long-term illness or during recovery from trauma. People suffering with Lyme disease have found that this herb was helpful. And it helps provide stamina without depleting somebody's energy. So it's great for any sort of sickness, nervous system issues. Ooh, I read this book. And she suggests a book called Aptogens, Herbs of Herbs, excuse me. The book is called Aptogens, Herbs for Strength, Stamina, and Stress Relief. It's by David Winston and Stephen Miles. I got it as a digital book. So you can actually blend this with eleuthero, which is a herb that I use a lot. And yeah, you should try it for stamina. Go ahead and get more research in on that. I'm going to add it to my herbal mix too. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. I hope this was really helpful for you. This was such a great read. Yeah. Thanks again for watching, y'all. Thanks for the subscribers. Hey, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit that subscription box and notification so you know when I'm dropping another video. Yeah. And if you want to book me for anything, go ahead and check the description box. You can see my services that I offer, and you can check out my Patreon as well as my store. Much love to ya. Peace.